How to get sued for $2.75 trillion.
You are listening to And If Love Remains, a unique show spotlighting people, ideas, science, culture, and art. Your host, Mike Lovett.
I can think of possibly two ways that one could get sued for over $2 trillion. Let me describe the first. You can conduct illegal surveillance on private citizens, office holders, candidates, reporters, and keep a database on them, looking for reasons to incarcerate them. You can force people, conscript them under point of a gun to go fight a war that you are doing for monetary or political benefit. Get more power. You know what I'm talking about? More power. You can confiscate and hold hostage $70 billion and hold that money hostage from people who have committed no crimes or have not been proven yet to commit crimes against you. You can do numerous and unholy scientific tests using psychedelics, chemical castration, and all kinds of just terrible, terrible things on minorities, prisoners. You can, I don't know, let's think, what else could you do that could possibly get you in trouble? Has this reached a level yet of somebody being sued for $2.7 trillion? Maybe not. Okay. How about this? You can send guns to criminals and then have them kill and murder people that you would call your friends. So you can do that. You can steal the land of ranchers, steal their grazing rights, steal their water rights, steal their mineral rights by the force of a gun. Murder family members for trying to stand up for their rights, all with no authority, lawful authority. You can burn down ranches for trying to live outside of societal, out of not give in to your will. You can murder family members and murder children because their parents decided to homeschool them. Does that rise to the level of a $2 trillion lawsuit? See, what else could you do? And on top of that, so this is all in addition, maybe you could counterfeit $20 trillion. If you counterfeited $20 trillion, could you then be sued for $2 trillion? How about if you steal $70 trillion from over 100 million people? If you did that, could you be sued for over $2 trillion? Would that be acceptable? What else? Yeah, well, you can force people into prison for having the gall to speak up against your quote, whatever authority, blah, blah, blah. You could, how about this? How about if you invade 18 sovereign nations in the span of 20 years or 40 years? Would that rise to a $2 trillion lawsuit? What if you killed 500,000 people in 20 years. Would that rise to the level of a $2 trillion lawsuit? No, not yet. None of that has. What if you steal the gold from an entire community and then sell it to their enemy? Would that rise to the level of a $2 trillion lawsuit? What else could you do for that? Possibly you get sued for $2 trillion. I mean, I know, inflation and all doesn't go as far. 2 trillion doesn't go as far as it used to. Yeah, maybe. How about this? Maybe if you covered up for pedophiles, covered up for people doing just, again, unholy acts against children, innocent people. If you covered up for those people and you're complicit in that, would that not give you a $2 trillion lawsuit? What if you locked people up for again, more power, nothing more than power, for so-called crimes that had no victim? Could those people be sued for unlawful? Here's the thing. All of those things, I think you could be sued. So that's one way, is you do all of that. Not just one of those things, but if you do all of that, I think you could sue somebody for $2 trillion. Here's the good news. If you did all of that and you were sued for $2 trillion, you could just sit back and say, I have qualified immunity. I have sovereign immunity. So that's one way. What's the second way you can get sued for $2 trillion? You could be called Alex Jones.
You are listening to And If Love Remains.
The first of 23 installments requested by Dr. Levitt. We're trying to be in compliance here because we're taking him and that whole organization down.